You don't use profane, indecent, or abusive language on your customers?
No, I do not.
It's a good thing, because it's against the law in this maritime town. We'll unearth some old bylaws that are still on the books tonight.
Now, from the ATV News Center at every city and town in the Maritimes, this is the ATV Evening News, live at 5.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Live at 5 for Tuesday, July 11th. I'm Nancy Regan.
And I'm Steve Weagle, filling in for vacationing Paul Meunier.
Still on vacation.
Yes.
How come we don't get this much vacation?
I don't know.
There's something wrong with this picture, Steve. Here's a look at some of the stories our ATV reporters are working on for tonight's show.
I'm Heather Proudfoot in Dartmouth, where everybody's watching the quality of the drinking water these days. Later in the show, I'll have an update on the situation and a little more information about how the testing's done.
I'm Laverne Stewart.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Marcy Potty, Aaron Potty, and Jorda McGinnis found the perfect way to beat the heat today. There's nothing quite like a cool dip at your favorite swimming hole on a hot summer day. Looks great.
The City of St. John is reviewing some of its bylaws. Some of the older bylaws that are still on the books may soon go the way of the dodo.
ATV's Connell Smith is standing by live in St. John. Connell, is that a list you've got there?
I have it right here, Nancy, and there's some bylaws dating way back here that people might not be aware of. There's the offensive use of buildings bylaw, the public morals bylaw of 1909. But I think everyone knows that you really shouldn't expectorate on the sidewalk.
Well, I don't know if it's illegal or not, but it should be.
Okay, so you know what expectorate is?
Oh, sure. Spit.
No idea. No idea. What does it mean?
It means to spit.
Well, it's a pretty good law. We got the same laws in the United States.
Do they use the same word?
No, they don't.
They call a spit a spit.
That's right.
Okay. You know what expectorate means?
I think it probably means spit.
It means to spit.
Bill Edwards knows city bylaws. He's the man in charge of them. And the one on spitting is among those that are being reviewed.
It has no particular teeth, and as I'm not aware of it ever being enforced.
Well, it's not the only one that isn't enforced. Smith here. Man operating Hackney carriage without a badge. The report of this bylaw violation appears to be true, yet police are turning a blind eye. Let's go.
I'm driver. I'm groom.
The man claims to be Scott Gallant, likely an alias. Now, Scott, before we begin, have you got a badge?
No, I don't.
You don't have a badge?
No.
And you and Doc are going up and down the streets of this city without a badge?
Yes.
Aren't you worried about breaking the law?
No.
Gallant admits he drives without a badge every day. I grill him for other possible violations. You don't use profane, indecent, or abusive language on your customers?
No, I do not.
Have you ever parked this carriage abreast of any other carriage on the street?
No, I've never met any other carriage in the street besides my own.
I think we're dealing with a pretty clever fellow here, almost too clever, but I have the bylaw here, and I think we've got him on the fees. He starts at $10 to go for a ride. This bylaw clearly states 30 cents.
Wait a sec, Connell. Isn't there some bylaw against wearing sunglasses indoors?
I haven't researched that one, but if I'm guilty, I'll pay the fine, and these fines are pretty hefty. They range in the $2, $4 range. I think I could pay it.
All right. Were the people you spoke to today pretty surprised at some of these laws, would you say?
I think they were surprised more at the wording, expectorate. I hadn't heard of this expression before. A lot of people knew what it meant, and I'm a little bit surprised. I guess they know their bylaws in this city.
Well, don't you go doing it, Connell.
I certainly will not.
And take those sunglasses off. Thanks a lot.
Good night.
Thanks,
Good night, Connell. ATV's own crime fighter in St. John.
Ah, yes. Well, ATV's Tuesday night primetime lineup is just ahead, along with the Wednesday morning wake-up weather.
Live at 5 heads into the home stretch in just a moment. Please stick around. Welcome back to Live at 5. It is Highland Games Week in Antigonish, and this afternoon saw this special parade of young people through the town. Everyone from pipers to police and cavemen were on hand. The Highland Games moves into high gear this weekend. Is there anything more fun than a kids' parade? I don't think so. I want to take just a moment to say hello to one of our viewers in Moncton tonight, Bernice Finney. She dropped me a letter the other day. Wanted to say thank you very much, but Bernice, I didn't have your return address, so hello. Here's Steve Weagle with the wake-up weather.
Thanks very much, Nance. Well, clear skies overnight. A little bit of coastal fog is expected, and that could push inland. Not as extensive as we've seen the past few days. But here's the latest satellite photo showing clear skies across the Maritimes. A little bit of a disturbance could set off maybe a shower, possibly a thunder shower, through the southern half of the Maritimes in, let's say, the next 10 to 12 hours. It should clear out by tomorrow morning, and then we're looking at sunshine once again. Clear skies through the rest of the country, another disturbance out west, which really isn't going to affect us, at least not in the next couple of days. Here's that disturbance now, which is starting to push into the southern areas of the Maritimes, and this does have a few thunder showers embedded in it, so we could see a little bit of lightning out there. Hear a little bit of rumble of thunder here and there, especially the south. I think the north will stay clear overnight, and generally the other weather makers are well to our northeast, so we don't have to be concerned about them. And we've got clear skies back to our west, and this is going to be our weather maker for tomorrow. So temperatures warming up the next couple of days. I think variable conditions in the morning, a lot of fog along the coast, and we're looking at 17 degrees when you head out the door. And then temperatures will continue to rise during the day. We're looking at highs at 28 in Fredericton, 26 in Moncton, Riverview, Dieppe, and a little bit cooler through St. John, especially along the Fundy coast, where it should see around the low 20s in that area of the Maritimes. 26, 27 for northern New Brunswick, 24s for the islands, 24, 25 across mainland Nova Scotia. So Nance, another great day headed our way.
Terrific. Thanks a lot, Steve. Now it's my turn to forecast the primetime lineup for ATV this evening. Starts off at 6:30 with Full House, followed by Coach at 7. Then it's a doubleheader of Me and the Boys at 7:30 and 8 o'clock. Funny man Tim Allen has Home Improvement on the air at 8:30, and then at 9 o'clock it's Major League All-Star Baseball. Right here on ATV. Should be some hot action there. And coming up tomorrow on Live at 5, disabilities are sometimes only as limiting as we allow them to be. We'll meet a maritime woman who proves that point. She's visually impaired, but she's the best in the country at her chosen sport. We'll have her story and much more tomorrow on Live at 5. That's it for us for tonight. Thanks very much for being with us. Thank you to Steve Weagle. He's around here somewhere. The news continues now with Steve Murphy. Steve.
All right, thank you, Nancy. Tonight, the chief has a deal, but will the blockade come down? Then maritime crime wave. As the summer heats up, the police get busy.
Probably in excess of 60, 70 cars now over the last 2 to 3 weeks.
And sinking money to make money.
When you start drilling at that level, you're talking a fair amount of money.
From the #1 news team in Atlantic Canada, the ATV Evening News.
Good evening, I'm Steve Murphy with breaking news. At the moment, it appears the 10-day native standoff in northeastern New Brunswick is over tonight. ATV's Paul Green live in Dalhousie, where Eel Ground Chief Roger Augustine has just announced a deal. What's it all about, Paul?
Well, Steve, just moments ago I spoke with Chief Augustine, who has been meeting with other Native chiefs all day. And here's the deal proposed by Big Hole Tract residents, the warriors there, and the chiefs. The barrier net placed by the Department of Fisheries on the northwest Miramichi River has to come down immediately. Charges against 10 Native fishermen for obstruction of justice during fisheries raids would be dropped, and the fishermen's gill nets and boats be returned to them. And also, after the salmon behind the barrier net make it past Big Hole Tract, the natives be allowed to place a gill net of their own in the river to catch enough fish for food. And if those conditions are met, the warriors would then leave the area. Chief Augustine and Donald Ward, one of the residents at Big Hole Tract, told me it's a peaceful solution to the blockade, which went up 10 days ago. The Micmac Warrior Society, made up of natives from around the region, set up the blockade after a number of raids by fisheries officers. An agreement between DFO and the Eel Ground First Nation stated that no one is allowed to fish in the Big Hole Tract. Now, the native fishermen there said it was their constitutional right. They defied the order by placing gill nets in the water. So the natives of Big Hole wanted simply the fishing agreement between Eel Ground and Ottawa ripped up, and it looks like that's what's going to happen, Steve.
All right, now, apparently, Paul, we understand the Warriors have agreed to this. Has DFO indicated whether it will go along with it?
Well, that's really the question. I spoke with Carol Ann Rose from Fisheries a few moments ago, and apparently ATV News was the first to tell her about this. She said the deal sounded similar to one which was rejected on the weekend, but she also added that they hadn't officially been contacted by Chief Augustine. They'd probably make a statement after that, but clearly the ball is squarely in Fisheries Court now.
All right, thanks very much, Paul Green, live in Dalhousie tonight. Once again, it appears there could be a deal, a tentative agreement at any rate, to end the 10-day standoff in northeastern New Brunswick. As Paul has just told you, Roger Augustine meeting with other Native leaders in the province of New Brunswick today, emerging a few minutes ago.